Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Crown Beauty. In today's video topic, we are going to be talking about why your hair is not growing, and here are some tips that will actually help your hair improve, get healthier, and grow. So let's get right into the video. So the reason why I brought up today's topic is because I know I had my hair out, which here go a picture right here. And the reason why I brought up this topic because many were asking me about, they were kind of like, wow, what happened? You know, your hair seemed to have grown, it had gotten, longer. And what many people don't realize is that my hair had a serious setback last year in 2022. And in fact, in 2021, my hair was way much more fuller and thicker, as you can see in the picture here. And then literally it was making a lot of progress, and then in 2022 I had a major setback and my hair had stopped growing. There was some stressful things that had happened and I had to make some pretty quick moves, and lo and behold, my hair, because of the amount of stress that I was going through, had started to suffer. So this is why I know that it has everything to do with the stress levels in your life. How are you taking care of your hair? Are you eating right? Are you eating healthy? Are you drinking plenty of water? Are you taking any supplements if your body is lacking in any nutrients? And to be frankly honest with you, that's what we're going to talk about today, because nutrients, supplements, herbs are extraordinarily important when it comes to the hair not growing. And many people hate to take supplements, but yet on top of it are not eating enough of the healthy foods that will literally help your hair grow. So if you struggle with getting a lot of greens and protein and different vegetables and fruits in your diet on a consistent daily basis, then you need to supplement. So I have started to experiment and found out that because I wasn't getting enough of those vegetables in my daily intake, because guess what, when you have a busy lifestyle, and this is me and the way things were last year, it was a lot of changes going on, there was a lot of career moves going on, and there was a lot of personal things going on, and my overall health was starting to suffer and decline, as well as my mental status as well. When you're dealing with a lot of stress, whether it's from your employer or your job or your kids or your family life or just in general, then a lot of times your hair and other parts of your body will start to suffer. And for a woman, hair can be very important to us, because it does shape our face. It's our glory at the end of the day. So when you are losing hair at a fast rate, it starts to affect your mental status. You can even go into depression just because your hair is starting to fall out. So for some people it's not important, but for a lot of people, a lot of women, it really is. So therefore, the supplements that I started to use, I started to experiment with, meaning I was taking them, my body needed it. I know there are certain vitamins such as B vitamins and rosemary as an herb that is really good naturally for your hair and your hair to thrive. So as I started to take these vitamins regularly on a consistent basis, my hair started to improve. My hair wasn't shedding as much, and I can literally see the improvement because I knew what I had prior year when I wasn't under as much stress. Last year, when my hair literally just took a tank, it started basically in the beginning of the year, and it just started to get thinner and thinner and thinner. And so if hair growth is important for you, then this video is definitely for you. So if you really do see slow growth, then slow growth means that your body is not getting the adequate nutrients that it needs. The biggest nutrients that to build hair is keratin, which is protein, as well as MSM, which is also a form of sulfur, and also your vitamin B vitamins. The best ones is vitamin B6, vitamin B5, vitamin B12. It's like a tongue twister, so forgive me anyway. But anyway, all of those vitamin B vitamins are important, very important to hair growth, hair fullness, hair thickness, as well as there's other things that it helps with in the body as well. Your body needs all of that, not just for your hair, but for your overall general health. And that's why the doctor always tells us, and nutritionist specialist always tells us to eat a right amount of foods, because it does, the abundance of these foods do help. But in a busy lifestyle, and a lifestyle that consists of working hard and 9 to 5, and you're busy doing this, you're busy doing that, you may not always set enough time to get in the maximum amount of vitamins and nutrients that your body actually needs. Lifestyles have just become so busy that we eat out more, we're not making enough meals at home, and like I said, overall stress can just take your hair out just like that. So if you're under a stressful situation, stressful job, stressful home life, stressful kids, this can definitely make you suffer in other ways. But definitely this is all about the hair in this video, which is what we're going to be talking about. And again, I saw for myself that I was lacking in nutrients, and even by basic blood work that I did get as well, some of those key points were actually low, and a lot were severely low. So therefore, that I knew that I needed to supplement. I knew I needed to increase the intake of that. So I had listed the vitamins that I took that made a tremendous, and I'm saying within a short amount of time period. So if you want to try the diet route and the eating right and the eating healthy right, and you're going to be adequately getting enough of that in your system, then by all means go that route. Especially the people that don't like to take pills. I know I have daughters that don't like to take pills, but for me, I've been taking pills pretty much all my life because I've came from that background. My dad was a herbalist, so a lot of times he would take the natural herb and put that in a capsule, and we would actually take that, or we would drink the herbs as well. There's a lot of good herbs that actually help with that as well. Some of these herbs are very bitter, so you have to be willing either to take the bitter herb in a tea form, or you can literally grind it up and put it in as a capsule form as well. Many herbalists, that's what they do. So that can work for the people that don't like to drink the teas, because the teas can be bitter. However, they are also very healthy. So if you're not a tea drinker, then definitely go the route as taking the actual herb in a capsule. So you have herbs and you have supplements. I, on the other hand, was using a little bit of both. Now, rosemary is a actual natural hair grower. It will grow your hair. Rosemary, either the essential oil itself that you can make, you can get the essential oil, which I've also listed a link below for some natural rosemary essential oil, and you can use that to make a actual hair oil with. Now, rosemary can be a little strong. It is a very strong earthy smell. However, if you don't mind the smell and you love to, and you can also mix that with other smells such as grapefruit or citrus or anything other essential oil to give it a better smell. Some people don't mind it. Some people it's a little bit more strong, it's too strong for them. Or if you wear other smells, perfumes and all of that, you don't want that to interfere in what you already wearing. So again, you can buffer that smell utilizing some very natural utilizing other essential oils that actually have a pleasant, much more pleasant smell, like lemongrass or grapefruit or apples, anything that can buffer that earthy smell that rosemary has. I, on the other hand, don't mind the smell of rosemary, but I don't use it excessively. I actually take the pill form. So if that works better for you, then take the pill form. Take the actual capsules of rosemary itself, and that's a way that you can get the herb inside you eternally. So for me, rosemary is good with skin, your hair, it's good for your eyes. It has a lot of good properties. It's also good for inflammation. So it not just helps with hair, but there's a lot of good properties of it. It does in fact help with hair, but it also has some amazing benefits as well. So using rosemary is what I also use as well as far as an herbal remedy. And also, like I said, all of the B vitamins, B6, B5, B12, biotin. I'm using all of those vitamins, as well as the vitamin C that I take as well. And vitamin C is good for your skin, your immunity. It has a lots and loads. If you don't want to be sick all the time, then definitely incorporate vitamin C in your regimen. Vitamin C has a lot of good properties. It does help build your immunity. It helps you from, getting like common colds and sicknesses and illnesses. If you're working in an office environment, typically one person gets sick and then the entire office gets sick. If you don't want that, then definitely make sure that you get a good high dose of vitamin C every day, especially during the winter months when people generally are a lot more sicker. So therefore, like I stated, the supplements I started to take, really, I noticed a huge, phenomenal growth rate in a short amount of time. By the time I started around January. By the time I got done with January into February, my hair definitely had grew a very substantial, noticeable amount right away. So, and that is just the beginning of the year. So you're talking about less than 2 months, there was already like a substantial amount of growth. I went from hair falling out, hair shedding, thin hair, shorter hair, to now a substantial amount. Not to mention it's gotten thicker as well. So these are the things that I'm talking about when it comes to like noticing noticeable results. People sometimes focus on an actual hair product. If they don't have certain ingredients in that hair product, they're only good for maintaining the hair that's already on your head. But if your hair is struggling and there's deficiencies within the body, there is no hair product in the world that is going to miraculously start growing your hair out of the scalp. Your hair growing out of your scalp contributes to what is going on inside the body. So you have to make sure that you are eating right, you're getting adequate sleep, you are getting nutrients that your body is lacking or don't have enough of, as well as you are putting your hair in protective styling modes at times, but not always just covering it completely up. You gotta allow your hair time to breathe and to be out, and also to harden up. The hair strands itself needs to harden up. You can't allow your hair to just be wet all the time, because your hair is being stretched out of its normal range of what it likes to be in. So you have to go through periods where your hair is in a drier state or a blow dried state, so that your hair shaft can actually harden up. So I will at times go into a complete protective hairstyling mode, which will consist of me just having my hair in the curlier state, which it is right now. And even though like I have it in like a little ponytail, well, a bun hairstyle, I have a bun on the side and I have this like just slicked down and my sides slicked down. And this to me would be a protective hairstyling mode and a style that I can rock, and a style that I love. I also would do a curly girl look, where it will be like my curly hair will be showing. It'll be in that style. That's my protective styling hair mode. But what I do not do is I do not bun my hair completely up where my hair stays in that state for longer periods of time, because your hair does need to breathe. Bear in mind, it's just like your skin. So your hair needs to breathe. Your hair needs to have exposure to the elements, to the sun, to the wind, to the environment, to the air. So you have to allow your hair room to be in the elements as well, without it just being completely bundled up, as well as brushing and combing your hair at times as well. I love a good hair massage, like scalp massage. So there's times where I will give my head a nice scalp massage, because I'm stimulating the hair follicles when I'm doing that. And guess what, as well, is one other tip too, is that when you go to the hairdresser, that's what they're doing when they're washing your scalp. They're stimulating your hair on your head. They're stimulating the scalp, the circulation inside there. So if all you're doing is bundling your hair up wearing turbans all the time, not allowing your hair a chance to breathe, then your scalp itself is not being stimulated. So you need to bring oxygen to your scalp. And one good way is sometimes go to the hairdresser, allow them to wash your hair and stimulate that hair growth inside your scalp. And, and just have a relaxing moment that, that you love, that you enjoy. So definitely some of the tips is supplements, ladies. If you are struggling with why your hair is not growing like it should, every year, the growth rate for hair should be a 1/2 inch every single month. If you are a healthy adult, a 1/2 inch every month. Now, genetically, some people can grow 1 inch every month because their hair grows at a faster rate. But studies and statistics show that a healthy adult with no health problems can pretty much grow a 1/2 inch each month. Now, if your hair is not growing a 1/2 inch each month and you have a lot of breakage or you're not maintaining your length, maintaining your length is very important when it comes to hair growth. So if your hair is constantly breaking off because you're not maintaining the length, then that's another problem, that's another struggle. So you have to be willing to accept, you have to be willing to go in protective hairstyle modes. You can't just continuously apply a lot of heat on your hair. You also have to be willing to make sure that you keep the hair on your head as much as possible, because that's what's going to retain the length. So you have length retention, which can be aided by you doing protective hairstyling modes. And protective hairstyling modes is a little different from everyone. What might work for me, which is more, like I said, my hair in its curlier state, as well as me doing styles like this where I'm protecting the ends, as well as like I'm not doing as much to it. However, I can't be in this style too long either, because what you want to do is give your hair on your head options. So think about it. There's options, there's different types of options. So you want to be willing to give yourself options of how you style your hair, but do not just keep your hair pulled back in a ponytail without taking it out to stimulate the hair follicles in the shaft of your head. So those are some of the things, but the main thing is supplementing when you're not eating enough of the vitamin-rich foods that your body needs to be balanced and to be healthy. If you're interested, I have also listed the vitamins that I take on the link below. You can literally find these vitamins anywhere, but one of the few places that I have gotten everything, so I got everything out the way, so I didn't have to rebuy it, I had to go to this place and that place, then there is a link below that you can definitely check those vitamins out. And again, they worked for me. I've seen fantastical results in a short amount of time, and I know by the end of the year, God willing, my hair should be way, way, way longer, because I'm gonna try to keep this up through the entire year so that I can share with you the results of how my hair had turned out by the end of the year. So there will be a reveal at the end of the year, because I'm only just beginning this journey, but I wanted to at least have solid concrete evidence that these things had worked. So stay tuned for the reveal. As well as, like I said, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments, because I can definitely try to help you as I can. But I do know, coming from a medical background, it is so important to make sure that your body is in balance. Once your body is in balance, your hair will thrive. So anyway, ladies, I hope you enjoyed these little tips, and I hope to see you on the next video, as well as thank you all to my new subscribers, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye for now.